Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my life as a teacher. Yes, continuing my last video, you all heard about last time I spoke about my life as a teacher and my favorites of a child that I'm teaching and how I love teaching him. So today I'm going to talk about generally how I started teaching and how I quit my job. Yes, I quit my job because different things started to come up and I had to stop my job at some point. Okay, let's get into the video. Thank you for watching. Okay, so welcome. Hello. So a few months back, I started working in a small school in Ogudu. Yeah. So as I was working there, I was enjoying it at first because the pay wasn't all that good, but I was like, okay, let me be there for the experience and all. But now as these things as now the situation in Nigeria now, we cannot say that we cannot say that we want to start choosing the job that I want to do. Though if I spend transport money and if I feed, what I get in a month is like nothing. Let me not lie to you, like nothing, because I eat a lot. I eat a whole lot. So to cut long story short, I started working there. Then these children, I started hearing one complains or the other. They don't understand my teaching. This, that. It's frustrating because these are the kids that I try my possible best to break down some things for them. Like I try my possible best to break down some things for them. Like when I teach them, you understand. I try, like I'm new as a teacher, you understand. So not really new per se. The last job I had, I thought as a performing art teacher, yeah, but because of the whole coronavirus thingy, so some of us were laid off. So, but that was it. That was not a full-time teacher. I was a performing art teacher. So now I'm talking about being a full-time teacher. Then I had to teach 3 subjects. That's English, literature, and government. I told them I couldn't take government, but they were like, "Oh, please try," because they were looking for teachers. So I said that okay, let me just take it for them. So on and on, I was just doing this, thinking that okay, these children, because these kids are like, they're like stubborn, and I'm telling you, really, really stubborn. I don't mean level small stubborn. Teenagers nowadays, teenagers that have issues. Like I'm not going to say issues, but home training. Like they lack home training. That's what I would say. So these things where I try though as a teacher, I'm going to like try. Of course, I cannot be beating them because they're other children's. There are other people's children, and I don't like it if my kids are being beaten anyhow or roughed. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to beat them. So I tried to create a relationship with them, but I felt like everything was taken for granted at some point. Okay, so let me start from where did my problem started in this school and why I decided to stop teaching there. First things first, these kids, they started the school. First thing was when the second week of resumptions, they were making noise, doing stuff, doing that, and I was like, I went to talk to them, and then I heard one of these kids say that, "We she said," she was talking to one of the other teachers. "We she said that she just think she can come to our school and come and start doing this and start talking to us anyhow." Anyways, I went back to her class that day because I overheard. I was like, babe, of course not babe, but I don't want to say her name. I was like, hey, let's say her name is Busola. Let's see, that's not her name. I was like, oh, Busola, I heard that you are complaining. I overheard you complain and say like, hey, you just came like you're just acting like that. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry if you guys think I was overreacting, but if you guys listened, you'd warranty me to be shouting at you guys. So you guys need to like listen to what we're saying and all. It became I was like, okay, no problem. These kids, they don't want to learn. Give them something to do. They don't want to do it. Then they go ahead and start reporting that they are not understanding what I am teaching them. Okay, so the day they went to report that I don't understand, they went to report to their mom that I don't understand what I'm teaching them. Like, they don't understand what I am teaching them. It became a problem. The next day I was teaching this same set of kids. And guess what happened? No, please, guess. Hey, they started sharing a piece of paper around, and I was like, oh, let me see the piece of paper in my class. Later night, people start saying that you don't understand what I'm teaching. When me, I'm taking my time to explain to you, like, I don't understand. Later night, people come and tell me that you don't understand what I'm teaching. I'm taking my own time to explain to you, like, if not for the love of kids and that I have and everything, because I have people telling me, oh, to get this job, it's not worth it, you need to leave, you need to do that. I'm like, no, I want to impact, I want to do this, I want to do that. These children need to learn a lot. They're just stuck in one position, they don't want to move forward. I need to be able to impact this in them, I need to be able to impact that in them. So I was like, okay. The next day, they started sharing the paper around in my class. Like, come on, really? Oh yeah, let me see the paper. The next day I just saw, I like, hey, it's too heavy if I'm about to talk. I like this person. I want to this person. Hey, this thing shocked me. It shocked me, like, in my class. Hey, I don't understand what's happening here. Like, really, what's happening here? Hey, God. I just stood up. Like, I couldn't punish them. I couldn't beat them. I'm not going to do that. And then I stood up and I went straight to the proprietor and I was like, man, this is what these kids are sharing in my class. Yesterday, now one of this child, the one I found the paper with, went ahead and reported to her mom and said, I didn't understand. And I was explaining to them. See, I was taking my time. I was explaining to this kid, though. This kid, person that's supposed to take like 2 hours. Sometimes I always use like 2.5 hours to teach them. Just because of, I want them to be able to understand what I'm teaching them. And then do you know what happened? I asked all of them, what do you understand? And all of them, yes, I understand. Yeah, I know it's normal. Then they're just like three of them in my literature class. And I asked them, I'm like, okay, you come, tell me, what have I been explaining? Just like round it up, summary of everything that I've been saying. Do you know that these children could not say, bim, hey, bim, like this, they could not say, the thing beat me. Another thing they did again, so I was trying to teach them a Christmas song. That's this song. God bless ye, merry gentlemen, there's nothing you dismay. I don't know if you know that song. I'm not a very good singer, so please ignore my voice. So I don't know if you know that song. God bless ye, merry gentlemen, there's nothing you display. I tried to see them. If you see the way these children shut me up. Auntie, that song is boring. I'm not even ready to listen to it. I'm like, oh. I'm not going to be teaching children that they'll be dragging my IQ back. I want to be teaching children that will be dragging my IQ front. Just like this boy, this primary school boy. This boy the questions he always ask me, they are questions that I don't expect a 9-year-old boy to answer. And sometimes when I don't know them, I go home and I research and it makes me know these things. But this one, I can just find one line and pick it up from the floor and give it to them. Bah. I'm free and safe. They don't know it. They don't care. They don't care to know it. Just so, like, then plus the stress you get. I started teaching home lesson, everything. Like, I was not that happy. Like, what I want to do is I want to work in a place. Like, they say when you are working somewhere, you need to be happy. So you'll be able to give in your best. And that is what I was trying to do. I was trying to be happy. At first, I was happy. But the pressure started to become too much for me. I'll tell them buy a book, they will not buy. They say it's too expensive, they cannot buy it. Oh yeah, write your notes, they will not write. Do this, they will not do. Do assignment, they will not do. And if I go and report them, it's becoming, oh, can't I do my job? Because they don't even listen to me. I'm like a child in front of them. They don't listen to me, honestly. So it becomes, can't I do my job? The proprietor starts to say, can't I do my job? Can't I do this? Can't I do that? Then it's the proprietor to stay with her own. She started to put a lot of pressure on me. I told them, okay, before I left the school, I was like, okay, I'm going to get you guys a replacement, but I want to leave. I got the replacement. The replacement that I suffered to get for them. The replacement that I suffered to get for them, guess what? they kept him. Still told me that okay, Mio, that they cannot afford to let me go, that I should please stay, you get, and still come and be teaching another 3 subjects. The replacement will take another 3 subjects. And I'm like, okay, so what if I didn't get this person? You know that you wanted to take this person, you wanted to use this person to do, you wanted this person to take another 3 subjects, and one other teacher was leaving. I was the only full-time teacher, by the way. So the week they paid me my salary, the next day, that night, I sent a voice note. I was like, oh, I'm so yes, I know I was supposed to send a resignation letter, but I didn't because I didn't apply. I didn't send an application letter. I just went to the school and I was like, please, I need a job, and they gave it to me like instantly. So I just sent a voice note to the proprietor's daughter, explaining to her my situation, how I have a lot of things I'm trying to work on my own, and I told her that the kids are not even giving me the zeal to want to work with them anymore. And Asha explained these things to her. It's like 3 weeks now. I've not heard from her. I've not said. I said that, and I told her, and I'm like, I would make it my due responsibility to set the exam questions for them. And then, which was what I did. I had like sleepless nights trying to set exam questions. I sent the JSS1 exam question. She didn't respond. I sent the JSS2 exam question. I sent the JSS3. Sent literature. There was absolutely no response. Like till today, I was like, till today that I'm talking to you, I've sent this like 2 weeks ago, like last week or thereabouts. No response, and I'm telling you the truth, no response. Like absolutely no response, and I'm feeling like, oh, okay, have I been sending these messages to a ghost? I don't understand, because it's clearly written that you are online and I'm online, and I tried my best to try and send you these things and all. See, the story is longer than this, but I just have to cut it short. But anyways, I'm still hoping to apply work as a teacher, whether it's here, whether anywhere. Like I'm still trying. I'm still but right now, what I'm doing at the side, like most of you know, I do makeup. That's what I do. Like that's my side hustle. So I'm still applying. I'm sending my CVs out to schools, or then when I'm ready to do my masters, I'm going to do my masters in education, because I just found this new career. This is my career. Starting my career as an educationist, as a teacher. I'm finding interest and love in it, especially working with children between the ages 8 to 9 years old, ages 6 rather to 12 years old. Teenagers are a whole lot. I don't think I would be able to work with them again, because they are a lot for me. So anyways, thank you very much for being patient enough to listen to my to my story and my gist. There are more gist to come. You get. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the notification button, because without you guys, I'll keep saying it, I cannot continue. If I don't get ginger, I will not be able to, because it's you guys that'll give me the ginger. So thank you guys. Hope to see you in my next video, and please don't forget to like.